And actually, Compton, I will ask if you can pull your mic away and or turn it down a bit, because you are kind of hot.
Turn it down.
Yes.
Or just stop shouting at us.
Actually, you're very hot. You're very hot.
You are very hot.
Yeah. That's, I've been told that by re-entering astronauts before.
Great mind, Jen.
All right. I think we're set. You guys all feeling good?
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I've just got one quick tag because I'm wondering if that re-entering astronauts was a science joke or a sex joke.
I thought it was both.
Okay.
Either
same,
or.
Same thing, right?
Yeah, yep. Compton works on a lot of levels.
Why did it take me till this old to ever put two and two together? And astronauts is a great term for someone for the giver.
Yes,
an astronaut.
Please start the show. Let's go.
I feel like we read very different versions of the Giving Tree.
Welcome back to another very lively episode of the Super Legit Podcast. No, that thing was done, Josh. We've moved on from that bit. It's 2 weeks ago. Catch up. I am Jet Kaufman, your host. We do not have Michael Hyman with us this week, my co-host. His very second week as co-host, he is not here. However, as was stated as the clear rule in our last episode, Jen Burton automatically becomes co-host, and she is back as another... she's guesting with us again, filling in, so...
I'm so pleased to be here yet again. I gratefully accept the position as co-host, and I shall wield my power with a gentle fist.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's a great sash, by the way. Your co-host sash looks really good.
Thank you. I knitted it myself.
Is the tiara a bit much, though? I don't know.
Is
just
it?
Right. Just right.
I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's working for me. I hope it works for the audience. If you all paid for the premium version of the podcast, you are seeing the holographic representation of Jen Burton in front of you right now.
Spinning in just my sash and tiara. And that's it.
It's a sight to behold.
Worth the money.
So we have a question this week that came to this is a new thing. We got one from a listener apparently. This is weird though because I got this in my email. The sender says anonymous, but then at the top of it
hacker
says
group listens.
Yeah.
That's what I thought at first. And I was like, I'm into this because they could totally spread our listener base wide. They're huge. But then I opened it up and it said, and I don't understand why it came for anonymous, because then it says, this is Shrish Canders from Johnsonville. And the email writes, "Hey, Jet, this is your bud, Chris Sanders. And while I think you're cool and all, you'd be really cooler with Josh as your co-host instead of that guy with all the taco meat, Michael Hyman. Your super legit friend Josh, Chris Sanders. I mean Shris Canders."
So what you're saying is we're being sponsored by Johnsonville Brats?
Yes.
I feel like that's the only
Arby's.
takeaway. And then it says, "P.S. I wanted you to ask a question on your next episode." It stuttered there. It said this on your next episode. I don't understand. And it asked the question, as a kid, what adult thing did you look forward to that totally didn't live up to the hype?
Ooh.
And I got to say, that's actually a really good, insightful question from whatever happened above that in the email. So let's toss this out there. Anybody got a good one for that? Oh, gee, Josh has one for that. It's almost like he's been thinking about it.
Yeah, right. What's the question again?
As a kid, what adult thing did you look forward to that just totally didn't live up to the hype?
Oh, my 21st birthday. My 21st birthday was easily like the worst birthday I've ever had. Like, I had been planning it out for weeks. Like, I was going to go to Vegas and like gamble out there and like have my first drink out there as like legal drink as an adult. And I spent the whole day being a chauffeur for my dad as he ran petty errands.
It was rough.
From like noon to like 8 p.m. just like going to the bank, going to the store, dropping him off at the park so he can umpire some games. I think I took him to the McDonald's so he can buy dinner. And then like, I was like, shit, this is my birthday. He was like, well, you can still make it to Vegas in time. So I left at like 8 p.m. to go to Vegas on New Year's Eve, by the way. So traffic is horrible. I got there at 3 a.m, right? And I'm like, it's like that from Swingers, like Vegas, baby, Vegas. I'm gonna run this town. Like I'm 21 years old. I go to the poker table at Caesars and I lose all my money within 3 hands.
Oh,
and I have nothing else to do, so I drive back home after losing 3 hands of poker, and I got back home New Year's Day at like 10 p.m. or 10 a.m.
Your birthday's December 31st?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that'll do it.
The amount of pressure on that birthday to have fun is mind-boggling.
I have 2 siblings who are the 31st and the 1st.
I am shocked that your dad wasn't half in the bag while the day was going on. I figured you could have joined him.
He was.
No, why did you just jump in with him and like, hey, it's my 21st birthday.
Well, he was behind the wheel
together.
Okay, so if we're being 100% honest, I took this edit out, but before we went to McDonald's, we went to a bar in Canyon Country to like celebrate my
which
my
bar
birthday.
in Canyon Country?
I
don't know why I'm asking. Although I grew up in Canyon Country, I never went to a single bar there.
By the way, this episode is sponsored by a bar in Canyon Country.
That's what it's called.
Title.
A bar.
That's its name.
bar.
It's
yes.
bar.
What's the wheel that the captain uses on the old timey ships?
The steering
ship?
wheel?
The big wooden wheel.
Whatever
that thing was called.
I think it's called a wheel.
Yeah, it's just the steering
wheel.
wheel.
I believe it's the wheel.
The wheel, yes.
Yeah.
Super.
Reginald, we have designed a new ship. One that doesn't steer on its own. You see, I've created this device that sits here. This will steer the ship. It will turn the rudder, which in turn will move the mast. And then turn the sails to the direction with which you want the wind to blow them to your destination. The one thing I need, Reginald, is a name for this device.
Well, why don't you just call it the wheel?
What?
It's a wheel-shaped thing. It's got those weird wheelie kind of spikes sticking out of it. Got these wheel-type axles. It's ostensibly round. Why not just call it the wheel? I mean, no need to fuck ourselves over trying to perfect this thing.
You have been under my tutelage for 6 years, is it?
It's an apprenticeship, yes.
Yes, barely halfway done, I would say. And you want me, of all the things I've made, complicated devices. You want me to call this device one which allows you the power of the gods to steer a vessel wherever you want it to go. You want me to simply call this device a wheel?
Indeed, it's a wheel. I mean, I don't mean to take umbrage, sir, but I have been under your tutelage.
You have umbraged.
Well, I deserve this umbrage, for I have been under your tutelage
One
in this
moment,
apprenticeship
sir, you
for
deserve
6
this
years.
umbrage. Let me pull out a file. You know, we really should devise a device where we can keep said files instead of in this stack, but...
Well, that's the
I
problem.
digress.
That's why I take umbrage. You see, I have created this series of drawers for keeping files in, and I call it a file drawer, but you insist on calling it a windoozle. It's a file drawer. You're always
What else would one call it but a windoozle?
It's simply, if you call the thing what it is, people will remember.
But it's the noise it makes when you open it. Windoozle. You know that sound, the rolling wheels.
Yes, but if you would simply let me put some oil on it, or as you call it, squilgums, it would no longer make that quote-unquote windoozle sound.
Yes, put your squigums on it. I found your file. And yes, looks, I see. Yeah, that is only the third umbrage in 6 years for you.
Yes, Yes, and I believe
I don't suppose we should be
earned-
number 4 here, the umbrage against the previous umbrage.
Sir, I feel I've more than earned at least twice as many umbrages. You've made so many things difficult, sir. So many things that I've tried to create that you've tried to gloss over with your fanciful naming, sir.
Apprentice says what?
Apprentice says your naming is too fanciful. There, I've said it, and I regret nothing. I do not regret having said it. Sir, your naming, sir, is, sir, too fanciful, sir.
Reginald? What's the word? I wish there was a word for being so angry at you. I would want to fire you, but I feel as if I can't fire you because I really have no other option. Perhaps we should have a contest.
No.
I will bring my devices to the World Fair next week, and you will bring your devices right alongside me, but in a separate tent where we can have our names up above on that thing you call a sign.
Yes,
but I call look at it.
Sir, yes. I will use my electrical sign while you use your look at it, and we will allow people to compare between our two sets of inventions to see which ones will
cut to the World Fair. Oh, yes. Wonderful. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Reginald, is it? Yes.
Yes,
What
yes.
do you call this contraption that is making my eyes hurt slightly, but with joy?
I call this a flashlight. You see, it lights up the room in a flash. It's a flashlight. You can flash it on. It's a light. It's a flashlight. Simple as that. Flashlight. You'll remember it forever.
Very strange, because it looks just like there was a thing in the tent next door that looked just like this, but it was called a Dingley-Doo,
which was a much more inventive name.
Yeah.
But
it was exactly.
What else would you call
I
it?
enjoy using a Dingley-Doo more than I do this
A
flashlight.
flashlight seems
What
a little
kind
on
of
the
thing is this?
nose, don't you think? It's so direct and blunt. It's not creative. It's not thoughtful.
Yes.
And how am I supposed to tell it apart from any other flashing light I may have around?
Yes.
Well, this is the
for
first
that
of its
matter.
kind.
Exactly.
There is no other
Would
flashing
you
light
call
around.
those things that make the ships not crash into the stones, the large stones in the water?
A lighthouse, sir.
No, but I would say that it could be called a lighthouse. That seems so. It's a house and has light in it. It's just so. Ugh.
So
I mean, any kind
reductive.
of. And also, again, any house is a lighthouse if it has light in it.
So,
Again, this is so
let me.
silly.
I know that many
if I
say.
may, this man is describing a palace of life-saving fire.
Yes.
Yes.
That
I will
is
give
it.
you $2,000 for one.
I will give you my life savings.
Sold. I do not actually manufacture those, but I can subcontract. Reginald?
Nope. I refuse. I know that many people say the customer is always right, but I think everyone's going to have a world of hurt when they say, "Hand me the Dingley-Doo. I need to get to the top of my palace of fire." And right now, it's too nighty whitey.
Life-saving fire.
First of all, why would you need a Dingley-Doo if you had a palace of fire?
Thank you, my
You
good
still have
son.
to get to the top of it. It's dark at the bottom. You don't even know how a
me.
lighthouse works.
Do you have any interest, maybe, in being an apprentice of sorts and being under my tutelage to learn what to name things that are deep in complexity and thought?
I would love to. That sounds like my greatest. What do you call those things? At night when
It's
when
a
you're
dream,
asleep
you
and-
ass. It's a dream.
Dream.
No, it's
Fast forward 100 years later. Guys, I know you didn't like Arby's. I got rid of them as a sponsor. New sponsor, Dingley-Doo.
Oh, so yeah, I've heard
Dingley-Doo.
they're pretty
No,
good.
I love the
Yeah,
Rockets.
yeah,
Yeah.
Dingley-Doos are great.
I've got
Sure.
Dingley-Doos in my house right now.
Do they play
Yeah.
their Parliament song in their ad?
Legit.
When I was in college, De La Soul played, and I went to like the whitest university in the universe.
Which one's that?
It's called American University because it sounds like it is a trap university.
Yeah.
Where
the
do
way-
you go to? American University.
sounds real.
It's basically a New Jersey community college that they put in DC somehow. But De La Soul plays, and they come out, and then flashlight starts playing. And da, 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 and they hold out the microphone to the crowd, and people are like, "I'm at a concert!" And they stop the show, and they stop all the music. And I believe Duff says, "Yo, motherfuckers never heard flashlight." We don't have to decide if we're going to keep this going.
I will say I introduced my entire high school class of my very white high school to the song Flashlight because I used it in a presentation of my gifted and talented class. And they were like, oh, what's this? And I was like, yeah, this is Parliament Funkadelic. Yeah.
What was the presentation about?
It was actually
and what was the whitest high school?
I believe, it was Louisville High School in Louisville, Texas. And I have further proof of its whiteness in that our mascot was the Fighting Farmer. The presentation.
Sorry.
It was, I believe it was.
What was the farmer fighting?
The field.
Probably me.
I also feel like being a Texas farmer, fighting is just implied.
Yeah. Just get a few drinks in them and they're all fighting.
Yeah. Also known as the farmer.
I think the presentation was on Matthew Brady, the Civil War photographer. I think that's why I chose to use it, but I'm not I'm not remembering because I'm old as shit. Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 45.
You didn't have to answer literally.
Okay.
Bleep that
it
out.
felt like a very Ed McMahon bit.
Did not realize.
Yeah.
That is the age of shit. Is 45 years old.
Yes.
That's how it comes out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I think we went over this last episode with the weird diseases. Yeah.
I feel like we pivoted into a new question that Josh created that I kind of like, which is how badly did your 21st birthday go?
Oh.
Because my 21st birthday, my mother was there. I feel like that just tells you everything you need to know. It's like, that's not what a 21st birthday is supposed to be.
Was anyone
Well,
else
what were you
there?
guys doing? Yeah.
It was at my apartment. I had a kid already at that point, and I think we had like 3 people there, including my manager, my acting manager, my mother, and like one. I think one of his other clients also showed up who I knew, and they gave me a bottle of, I want to say, vodka, which of course I wasn't going to drink with my mother. Who doesn't drink anyway, and blew out candles on a cake, and that was about it. I think the night before, my then wife did take me at midnight to the liquor store to buy alcohol, just so we could say, "Here it is, you did it." I'm not even sure I drank it because I wasn't into alcohol at the time.
Nothing tells you how unimpressive adulthood is like a liquor store after midnight.
Yes,
Very true.
Yeah.
I guess my follow-up question to that is, when did you get into alcohol?
It was years later. I mean, at that point, my not to give too many details, but my ex-wife drank notably more than I did, and eventually, I tried some beers, and like the beer she'd drink would be like whatever the cheapest thing was that was around, which is fine for many people, but it certainly didn't give me an example of, oh, this is what beer can be. It was more like, yeah, why would the hell would you suffer this? And then I think eventually, like when that relationship was ending, I ended up at some drinking nights. I was part of this. I was part of the scientific skeptical community at the time, which was a bunch of people who would get together and use science to actually investigate the world and recognize whether or not things were made sense. So like, we would do things like actual paranormal investigations, but from a scientific perspective, where we'd figure out that there's a draft in the damn house, and there's an electrical problem, and that's what's causing the fluctuations in the lights, and it's no ghost turning the light switch on and off.
It's a great
What
show.
you're describing is the literal polar opposite of a 21st birthday party.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Super.
While all of your math seems to check out and everything, Dad, I was just really hoping to get a visit from Santa Claus. I appreciate the scientific take on it, but what about presents?
Look, son, the present I'm giving you is the present of truth. All right?
Oh.
Castle Grayskull may be valuable now,
Mm-hmm.
but more valuable will be when you are in adulthood, not expecting an eternally living old man who lives up in a barren place with almost no sunlight 6 months of the year, who is helped by a slave race of elves dedicated to somehow making toys that are trademarked and copyrighted in different countries.
Well, yeah, I mean, but Dad, I still wanted to be able to have like a nice surprise in the morning, and like I still haven't opened up any of the toys from last year because you explained to me how they sharply decrease in value by showing me all those economic trend lines about how cars devalue as soon as you drive them off the lot, and how toys years later actually appreciate in value if they're still sealed. But I wanted to play.
I know this seems disappointing now.
It does.
Listen, son, I know this seems disappointing now, but someday you will have this very conversation with your own son and use those very words with him. And I cannot have this. I cannot say your prayers with you tonight because there would be no point in doing that, son, because there is nothing you're talking to. There's nothing beyond you. When you die, that is it. There is no omniscient being in the sky that can help you in times of trouble. There is no greater force helping you along in your life. And with that, I say to you, lights out.
Dad?
Yeah, I'm still here. Just the lights are out now.
Look, if there's one thing I got from your grandfather, and there's one thing I got from your grandfather, it's a sense of perspective. All right? Maybe I don't see the world as a particularly magical place. All right? Maybe we don't go trick-or-treating. Maybe the Easter Bunny doesn't come hide eggs in your night to celebrate that they murdered someone who said be nice to people. All right? Maybe Santa Claus doesn't come. All right? Maybe we don't eat a turkey on Thanksgiving to celebrate the whitewashing of genocide. All right? Maybe we don't shoot fireworks in the air to start a forest fire while celebrating the destruction of the Native American people again.
Maybe I could go live with Mom. I mean, because maybe this has something to do with the divorce. And
Listen, sweetheart, your father, I'm sorry, you sounded a little bit different than I expected.
Sorry.
Son, you have a cold?
I've got a cold, and in kids my age, it lasts like 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay, all right. Listen, sweetheart, just things didn't work out between your father and I.
I can see why.
Yeah, well,
I concur. I also, things are not working out between my father and I.
Right. Right. I'm sorry. I had to do some quick math in my head to figure out that we were talking about the same person. I am.
So, son, we're just going to lay out the boundaries now, okay? This isn't a DC household, okay? We are firmly Marvel, okay?
Dad, I don't mean to, interrupt this, but are you sure this is the right time for this?
Son, you're 21 years old. You're about to go into the real world. You need to know superheroes wear capes, okay? They aren't millionaires and billionaires.
Yeah. Yeah.
You knew that?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Okay.
Socialism, ride or die, Dad.
So you know things. So you think you're better than me. Oh, okay. So guess what? Guess what? Bruce Wayne's Batman. Did you know that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you knew that. You knew that during the day he was a millionaire philanthropist, and then at night he was the Darkwing Avenger, the Caped Crusader. You knew that. When did you know that?
8.
You knew that at 8? What issue?
Yeah, when you were spoon feeding me, comic book, just everything.
Sure.
Well, DC, right? Because that's the house.
Yeah.
I mean, from the moment I could really absorb that type of material. So I'm a man now, though, 21. So
yeah, no, I get that. Happy birthday! Like, go into the world and succeed. Bruce Wayne and Batman are the same guy. Get the fuck out. Like, one scene, it's just the guy talking to his butler. And then, like, the next page, it's a different guy. It's Batman.
Dad, I think it's time we have a discussion about
okay.
Narrative and
Okay.
Story structure.
Yeah. Okay. I figured this conversation would be coming for a while, but okay.
All right. I guess the best place to start is at the beginning.
Okay, sure.
Yo, did you know? Okay.
It's okay. I'm nervous too. Just take your time. It's a big conversation to have.
Do you know Superman dies?
What?
Never mind, Dad. No, it's cool. It's cool.
I mean, you're joking. Like he doesn't die. He's Superman.
Well, right? No, he doesn't.
He's a super
story, but
he's a Superman. Like
not a billionaire.
Who killed him? You tell me who killed him.
Which time?
I want his time.
No, sure. Yes.
I want to know his name. What's his fucking name? Who killed him?
Darkseid.
His name was Darkseid, like Banksy.
No, Darkseid.
So, I appreciate you expanding my my horizons and showing me these wacky movies, or cinema, as you like to call them. But I sat through that whole long movie. There was not one explosion. It was in black and white. The makeup was not great. I could tell it was. And then the whole premise, the whole thing was this. It was a fucking sled. Rosebud was a sled. Why would you make me watch that entire movie? I mean, what does that mean? That the Rosebud was sled?
It's a classic.
Okay, I understand that, but why would you make me watch that?
Well, because it's a classic.
I feel like
I just wanted you to see like a classic movie and see what you thought, and obviously you didn't like it.
Yeah, but we could have watched Clueless. Clueless is a classic. I love that movie.
Yeah, but it doesn't make you like a smarter person to watch Clueless. I mean, it's in the name, Clueless. You're not going to learn anything.
Yeah, but
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this movie is a classic, and if you want to know about films, then you watch the classics. You watch Citizen Kane.
We just did that. Thank you.
Yep, and you watch It's a Wonderful Life, and you watch Roman Holiday, and you watch the things that are in black and white and that are boring, and that's how you learn.
But and we watched the death guy playing chess with that guy on the beach, and again, I don't understand.
Classic.
I didn't.
Dude, I heard you love classic movies. They're playing Dumb and Dumber at this cinema. Let's go.
GTFO, bro.
Yeah, you can come too. Let's go.
Why am I always the second banana in this situation?
No, it's fine. The movie was Dumb and Dumber. It was like a duo, but like we can make Dumb and Dumber and Dumber.
Clearly, I was not invited to this. Go with your friend.
Don't take it personally, dude.
I'm gonna watch the chess movie with the dead guy.
No, dude, you're in the back seat, of course, but you're still in the car. You're just the third most popular person in the car. You're still one of us.
Yeah, you just don't get to call shotgun. Like, we're the bros. We're automatically always going to be together. But that doesn't mean you're out. Yeah, bro.
Come on, dude.
Bro. Don't do this to us, dude.
Broheim.
Come on.
Brocephus.
Brosinski, come on. Stick with us.
Brofinator. Brofowitz, come on, I can see you breaking. You're coming around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the Brofowitz got me.
There we go. There it is.
Listen, I overheard you guys from across the street saying that you were going to go see Dumb and Dumber, a classic. And I just have to tell you.
Movies?
I do, and that is not one of them. First question, is it in black and white? The answer is no.
The cinema said that they could play it in black and white. Like, they have these glasses. You can wear the glasses. You put them on. It filters out all the color, and it's black and white.
It has to be shot in black and white. And if it's not shot in black and white, then it is not a classic.
So, if a dog watches the movie, does it become classic?
Ooh. Yeah, these are the important questions.
Is that like one of those tree falls in the forest kind of questions?
No,
you
said...
What happens if a tree falls in the forest?
Yeah, what happens?
If it falls and no one's around, then did it make a sound? I don't know.
Of course it did. It's a tree.
I don't know. I'm not a tree expert, but I am an expert in what makes a classic movie. And Dumb and Dumber is exactly as, again, it's in the name.
Really excited to present your ancestry results to you. Understand you're a big fan of the classics, especially classic films.
Oh, yes.
So I really think you're going to find this tidbit interesting.
Wonderful.
Oh, sorry, before I get to that, you're 0.2% Neanderthal.
I'm sorry, what?
No, everybody is. Literally everybody is. It's just...
I don't think everybody is, but wait a minute.
It's not even the most important thing.
But they're not very smart, are they? They're not like the smart. They're literally known for being the dumb ones.
It's all relative, right? Like compared to how far we've evolved. But when you think about it, they're the ones that survived all the other Homo sapien type species,
but not anymore.
Or groups that came out. Like they were the ones that dominated. So they were the smartest of the time.
But only compared to the other dumb evolutionary animals at the time, and then they were wiped out by the Homo sapiens.
By you.
No, but I'm now.
Hey, Neanderthal Reginald, come here.
Yes.
What I call this thing that roll? I carve rock for rolling.
We call it wheel. You invent wheel. A wheel already invented. No need reinvent wheel. Just call it wheel.
Wheel 2.0 I call.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, we were Neanderthals, like in that classic movie 2001.
Yes.
That's right.
Oh my God. Oh, that was fun. Well, I think after that we deserve a break, and I think it's going to be an ad break. So now, unfortunately, we don't have Michael.
Before we go to that, can I just say one thing that's I have to take umbrage with?
Please derail the plans.
Lots of umbrage.
Reginald called the wheel round, and it is in fact circular, and that bothered me the entire time. I just wanted to say that. We can move on. Thank you.
No, actually, that wheel was
Important
round.
distinction.
So, would you describe a pizza as not? You would say that pizza's not round; it's circular.
Yeah,
I would say it's not square.
If you said it's round, we would have we'd have something to discuss.
So, isn't there a pizza place with the word "round" in the title?
Oh,
not anymore.
That does
round
not make
table.
it right.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the
Round
table
table
that's
pizzas?
round.
Oh, so are you saying that table, which is in a circular shape, would be like round like a ball? Is that what they're serving food on? A round ball in the. I will die on this hill.
Fight.
A corporate name cannot be wrong. So Facebook is in fact very meta.
Indeed.
Good
Well
one.
played.
You were the
And
worst human
very
being.
timely to when we recorded this and not to when it's being released. Chris Compton, speaking of corporate overlords, I think you are the keeper of our ad this week since Michael Hyman's not here. Sorry, Jen Burton, as the co-host, that we didn't have time to hand that duty to you.
Oh no, I gratefully hand it over.
Right?
Oh, you're not missed much this week. We have replaced our ad sales department with a open form on the internet. So now we're getting a lot more kind of internet-y sponsors. This is it's a dating site, new dating website. I think we are at the level they can afford. In terms of ads, so I will let that stand, and everything else we say about them will be far more positive. Because I just remembered they're a paying advertiser.
Thank you.
And this is really
Thank you. I was just running through my head this whole
Very
fucking
important.
time. I worked very hard to get this ad.
Pulled it back just in
I
time.
love them already.
So before I say anything else that might damage this, let me hit play. I'm going to not play the MIDI music that came at the beginning, but I am going to play the MP3 with the ad.
Great.
Here we go. Brony to brony, dating is hard. How often has this happened to you? You connect online. It seems like there's really something there. Then you show up at a bar in your best Fluttershy costume, and the physical force of their laughter breaks one of your ribs. Look, farmers have farmers only. Jewish people have jaded. Republicans have farmers only. Isn't it time we had a dating site for us? Now there's a place where bronies, bronettes, and the non-bronary can come together and taste the magical fruit of love. Hoof Hearted is the dating site for you. All right? If you are sick of life in this chaotic, horrific time where the world gets all crazy outside and you have to deal with like serious social interaction with people, then Hoof Hearted is where you come. Just because you've sequestered yourself in the magical world of Equestria doesn't mean that you don't get lonely. Really, 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 really long. But this is a place for you. All right? Don't go on one of those other blind date sites. You don't want to go up there, get your hopes all built up, and there you go, and your Twilight princess turns out to be a Clydesdale. A real, actual Clydesdale. All right? You're not looking for Cindy Crawford. You're looking for a rainbow dash to light up your cloudy day. So come on to Hoof Hearted. Check out the dating profile we have. He's really great. He could really use a look. Hoof Hearted. Please. That was better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I like the show of vulnerability. Like, it takes a lot to put yourself out there and be willing to show somebody your cutie mark.
Yeah. That last Hoof Hearted sounded like you said Hoof Hearted.
That's what I was thinking as well.
I thought Hoof Hearted was the last line of the ad.
I didn't want to say anything, but I was really. I saw it spelled out as like, oh, this could get this could be.
I think
pronounced the
podcasts
wrong
may
way,
not be the best place for them to advertise.
I would have loved to have seen that typo, like HOO space FHEARTED. Hoof Hearted.
Which that sounds like it's from Dr. Seuss.
Or it sounds potentially a little Klingon with some of those apostrophes in there too. You throw a few in there,
The Hoof-Hearted Hoozle.
Hoof-Hearted.
Wait, say that again.
Hoof-Hearted. That's my Klingon. Did you not recognize that?
Yeah.
That's really good. Thank you.
That sounds very classic TOS Klingon, actually.
Does it?
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing.
I am aroused.
I need that for my ringtone.
I think we've made our way onto another dating site.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So, at this point, we've got two floating questions. We've got the original about a thing that did not hold up to expectations from childhood, and we've got the how bad was your 21st birthday party?
Oh, I can Venn diagram those two.
Yes.
For me, it was college. Ooh. I was fully expecting college to be like, all right, man, because as I mentioned, I went to a high school where the farmer's the mascot. And I thought that whenever I went to college, it would be where I would discover my fellow probing intellectuals looking to solve the world's problems through intelligent discourse and Socratic method. And I wound up going to a school 15 minutes drive north of the high school that I went to.
Man.
And it was basically like, oh my God, I'm in 13th grade, but it costs money. And I'm still just as bad at it. But then by the time I was 21, I had figured out how to enjoy myself. But I also, part of the reason was I didn't drink until I turned 21. But I had a really rock solid 21st birthday. But it was also me by myself going to see a band at a bar and having like a single beer and being like, I have turned 21. And the next day I told the young lady that I worked with about how I spent my birthday, and she was like, ooh, Steven had a drink. Ooh. And I casually made a comment about her drinking habits and her lifestyle that I watched her face crumple, and I was like, I can't unsay that. So yeah. And that's also when I started to learn empathy. Yeah. Sometimes it's not
The
best
greatest
to be funny.
gift of all.
Sometimes
Say
it's
nice.
best to be nice. Yeah.
That is, like, there is this reveal with alcohol, like when you're like a kid and you see like people have a Bloody Mary in the morning, or they'll like have a have a liquor drink on a plane, and then like you check those off as an adult, you're like, oh, those are all alcoholic moves.
Yes.
Like Bloody Mary first thing in the morning on a Tuesday. No, like this isn't Mad Men, guys. You have a problem.
There were people I went to college with who would talk about having shower beers. And I was like, man, that sounds great. Unfortunately, I didn't get to that point before I realized, like, oh, that's a grave mistake.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out when the town drunk we just realized how sad they were. Like, this was like a stock sitcom character, which is now like would be like, oh, it's the lovable old abusive father.
Yeah.
And I don't know when that turnaround happened.
Well, we have to watch for when Barney on The Simpsons changed, and then go about 10 years before that, and that's when the rest of society decided that something needed to be done about it. Right, Apu?
Yeah, that's the timeline.
Yeah.
Yep, that's how it works.
That sounds right.
Super.
Okay, class. Welcome to your first day of 13th grade here at Los.
I'm an
Fuck
adult.
you.
Yeah.
I'm an adult.
Just so we're all clear, this class
I can
is
vote.
okay. It's awesome. Just to remind, make sure
It's
you're in
cool
the right.
if I light up in here, right?
It's 13th grade. You paid for this class. Of course you can. Just to make sure, this is advanced nap. I think that's hydrolyzing instead of
Can I
lighting
get
up.
a hit off that?
Okay,
There you go.
But before I completely lose control of the class, this is
Too
advanced.
late.
Okay, advanced nap time. This is advanced nap time. Are you guys?
Oh, dude, I got this. I'm gonna ace this straight out the gate. A
This is-
plus.
this
You
is
still
a-
do 8-letter grades, right?
If I get to finish, that'd be great. This is actually a pass-fail class, so no.
Will we be easing into said naps with like a SpongeBob or something to chill me
Yes,
out?
actually,
I thought
that
you were
would
gonna
be
say
great.
sponge bath because I'd be into that too. Group
Francis.
sponge baths, right?
You're failing already in a pass-fail class. If I could finish, this would be a survey class.
So I got a 2
Sure.
on the high school AP nap exam. Does that mean I can skip like half of this?
I'm sorry, you got say that again?
I got a 2 on the AP math exam when I was in high school.
Yeah, you're in the right spot. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so if we're taking surveys, when I say football, do you think of soccer or do you think of football? Can I get hands on
Are
this
we
one?
doing Family Feud now?
Yeah.
No, by
Just
survey,
taking- just
we're
taking a
gonna-
survey.
No, it's actually just a wide view of the topic of nap time. In this class, I'm actually going to show you ways to advance your napping skills and actually how napping can lead to a better life, and it's actually more beneficial to you
hold on.
as an adult. I
Hold
know
on a
you
second.
guys.
Hold
Sure.
on. No, I got to ask you a question here. 'cause-
Francis, this is your 4th interruption. I want to say the
Yeah,
record
this
is
was
5.
important.
Nope.
'Cause,
Okay, record is 5. Keep
like,
going.
as kids, like, we were made to nap all the time. But
Sure.
my impression was that, like, as an adult, you just get to stay awake the whole time. Why as an adult are you talking about napping? Like, all we do is stay awake as adults, right?
No.
Oh my God, he's totally onto something. Remember how much you
Is
hated
he?
naps when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Does everything get better as you get older? Like I hated
No.
broccoli, will that become good one day?
Actually, yes.
I ate a Brussels sprout the other day, and I didn't throw up.
So
well,
someday I'm gonna learn to love my stepmother? That's awesome.
I was going to say every 7 years your taste buds regenerate and you actually things that you used to not like you might end up liking, but I'm not sure how applicable that is to your stepmother. So survey, we're going to go over the whole essence of napping and how that can actually, you can fit that into your cycle as an adult to make you a more
Mr. Fitzpatrick, I just want to interrupt.
That's your 6th interruption.
I just
today.
wanted to interrupt to
You
point
won't
out.
let my son watch dumb movies with you, but I have to tolerate you interrupting my class.
I just wanted to point out that you said regenerate, and that made me think of Doctor Who, and I didn't
Sure.
interrupt you to say that. And I think I
Okay.
need some credit for the fact that I didn't interrupt you to point that out.
It's okay. You are passing instead of failing in this pass-fail class.
Fuck yeah!
13th grade rules!
13th grade.
Legit.
Sorry, I was sleeping.
God, I failed that class. Fucking Valley College.
Oh, yeah.
Advanced napping?
Yeah.
Advanced napping. Variously.
From what I hear, that's what community college is, right?
Oof.
I don't know. Never went.
That's
never
Wow,
did
way
it.
to take a big turn on community college, and you never even been there.
No.
Ay.
That I work with I work like doing like helping kids go to community college.
So fuck off,
This
Jet.
is an awkward moment.
All right. Nobody listen to this.
Yeah, keep going, Jet. Keep going, Jet. Yeah.
But no. So like, but one thing that I hear that drives me crazy all the time is people say like, not everybody needs to go to college, right? You could go to a technical school. That's a community college.
Yep.
So like, yeah, like there's a sense of inferiority that even people who are pro community college drive into community college. What I'm saying is you're an elitist.
Super.
All right, everybody. Welcome to NAP Technical Institute. Everybody, pull up a sleeping bag. And
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was 13th grade. I'm in the wrong spot.
No. Yeah, that's a community college. This is a technical college. Here we're going to go over the technicalities of how to take a nap.
Is it true I can transfer this credit to a 4-year nap college afterwards?
Nope. This is all within our technicality structure.
I brought my graphing pencils. I brought my compass. I brought my graphing paper. I am all set to sketch this stuff out. We are going to get so technical up in here.
Is it true that you folks have connections in the nap industry and that we can do nap internships once we reached a certain nap level here?
I personally don't know anybody in the industry. I've never actually had a job that led to anything that was union.
Those who can't do
I was just going to ask you. Yeah. Well, like, what's the union structure like? Is there a lot of union busting in the nap industry, or do people take it seriously?
I would just like to say I'm a non-tenured nap instructor at a technical institute that is not fully accredited. So yes, take that with you.
Well, what is your placement percentage? Like, how many of us will have a place to work once we get out of here?
We should ask that before we signed up.
So show of hands here. Out of the 12 of you, how many of you have paid for the class already?
Here?
What?
2, 3, 4. That's okay. 4, 5. 5 of you. Okay, so 5 of you have already guaranteed placement into the next class, advanced technical napping. The other 7.
How much does that class pay?
Cut to advanced technical napping.
No, football practice. Oh God.
All right, everyone, wake up. Wake up immediately. Very good job, everyone. Your naps were full. They were deep. They all lasted 4 hours.
I saw my grandma.
That's wonderful. You get extra points if you saw your grandma while you were sleeping. I want to congratulate you all well, I'm going to need that pillow as to add to your file. This is wonderful. You all did a fantastic job. I just want to say everyone in this class is an expert. So when you get out there in the real world and you are getting paid to help others nap, I want you to remember this moment and how well you all did on this final exam. Incredible sleep work. I had the lights on the whole time.
Professor, can I say something about how much this class has meant to me?
Oh, yes, Peter, please go ahead.
So I'm the first person in my family to ever take a nap. My
wow.
parents...
Can we get a round of applause for that, Peter? You're not the first one, and there always has to be. That's how you break the cycle.
You should be applauding my parents
because people clapping. Did I miss it?
They stayed awake so I wouldn't have to.
I think that's wonderful, Roger. You can keep sleeping if you want.
Now, son, listen to me. I know it's your 21st birthday, and you don't drink, so I'm having double the shots for you today. But
this is fun driving you around. This is great.
I'm good. I'm gonna get what's off my mind into your brain. I think you're an intelligent young man, and you need to stop wasting your time being a chauffeur for me. And you need to go to nap school.
Dad,
I said it. Nap school.
Dad, what
for you?
Why did it take you 21 years to ever say something so positive and beautiful to me?
Because
Let me pull
because
over
you're
so I
better
can.
than me.
Let me
okay?
pull over so I can hug you.
No, I'm not good at sharing my feelings. I think you should go to nap school. And
Dad, if that's what will make you proud, that's what I will. I will go to nap school, and I will be the best damn napper.
We come from a fucked up family, okay? Like, we never showed our kids how to nap, all right? I never showed you how to nap, and I want you to learn how to nap and have a whole bunch of little kids who know how to nap, and they show their kids on how to nap.
Dad, I've been on YouTube
And welcome back to the Nappies. Here we are, the one we've all been waiting for. This year's winner for Best Nap. Here we have Kyle Aldrich for Guest 30 Minutes Before Time to Go Home. Yes, we have Jonathan Smyers for Kid Napped, I Napped. Lisa Graham for Mother-in-law droning on about knitting over the phone. Here we have Beth Williams for Meeting ran long on Zoom, turned my camera off.
Can you see my... I can't see anything right now. Can you see me?
Seth Winter for Dad droned on about his glory days and didn't even notice I had dozed off.
And that's when the Yankees won again.
And now, the winner is Seth Winters for Dad drones on about glory days. Oh my gosh.
This is Seth Winter's first nappy. He's previously been nominated for 17 nappies before, but this is his first win.
Who won?
Legit.
The nappies.
And it's all award shows.
That means diaper and British.
That's where I thought we were going at first. Hey, let me ask a third question. Throw a third
Let
question.
me ask you this. No, please. Let me ask
Keep
you
asking
this,
different
please.
questions.
Yeah.
Dude, like, do you prefer to be the big spoon or the little spoon?
Who are you
Or do
talking
you like
to?
a combination of all of you guys?
I'm a
That's a
switch.
personal question.
I'm a switch. Yeah.
I only feel good. I feel like I only get the benefit of being small spoon if the big spoon is larger than me, which it's not often that I am in a position to spoon with anyone that is larger than me.
Hey,
Yeah.
Baskin.
It's fair.
But I am open to it.
We have
is
the
what
same
I'm saying.
problem in my silverware drawer.
The little spoon is fantastic if you are properly spooned.
I will say it's hard to be a big spoon when you've grown up being a knife your whole life. That kind of laugh. Thank God. I was waiting to hear Dad.
Usually you have to sift through 10,000 of those spoons to find the knife. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lennon.
Yeah.
I feel like I've only ever been a big spoon to like pets.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a sad truth. For ladies? I don't know.
Maybe it's just so it's mostly just a size thing then.
I think it is a size thing.
It has to be.
I think
right?
that really a spoon by nature is spooning something that's small or carrying it.
Yeah.
I mean, in a drawer, the spoons are the same size.
Right.
Yeah,
That's true.
They're
They're
nestling into each other.
Depending
in the
on
same
situation, like to fend off hypothermia, there was a couple times in the Army that it was just the worst weather ever and just torrential rain, and we had no cover, and we basically just kind of all of us huddle as close together as you can, just kind of sit, and everybody just chooses a buddy, and you just spoon the hell out of each other. And that like nothing else matters. It's just the warmth and heat of humanity.
It's the emergency military spooning.
Yeah, I think we've all had that moment where it's like it's cold. You need someone around, and you really, 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 really.
And with that, we end this episode of the Super Legit Podcast.
Oh, man.
Thank you, as always, to Matt Walker for our intro and outro music. This episode was hosted by me, Jet Kaufman, and co-hosted by Jen Burton.
Yay!
Jingle, show me a soda.
Featured the talents of Jen Burton, as stated, Chris Sanders, Chris Compton, Sean Michael Boozer, Josh Spence, and Stephen C. James.
And not Michael Hyman.
Every scene you heard today was improvised on the spot, along with, the ad was partially improvised, partially written. I don't know what Chris Compton did, but he'll get credits for both in the show notes. If you love what we're doing, be sure to write a 5-star review on your podcast service of choice, and please tell your friends about us.
We miss you, Allie.
Yeah, we do.
And Michael Hyman, I guess.
No, just not.
Hey, Jen.
Yes, Josh, please.
Shh, no. Can I start recording now?
Give it a second.
Lonely.
Yes, start recording now.
I don't believe anything's on. Oh, my time. I kicked the door on its hinges just so I could move on. Oh, oh,
Dude, Sanders, what you described seemed equally the greatest thing and the worst thing simultaneously.
Yeah.
It was it was like Jack in the Box tacos when you're drunk. It's simultaneously the best thing and the worst thing all at once.
Oh, that is Jack in the Box tacos at any time.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, Chris Sanders, it's so great that you guys were able to do that and take care of each other. And then I got very angry at how we treat America's military.
Yeah.
That's like all those feel good headlines you see about like the students who pulled together all the resources to pay for the medical bill of their teacher or something. It's like, isn't this heartwarming? But it should never have fucking happened.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly that stories.
Unless of course they taught at a community college, because then they deserve to die.
Yeah.
Is that right, Chad?